All right, so I'm also going to do a tutorial for RazKids. So when you go to kidsa through z.com, it's going to say your teacher's username, and my username is OLPH, all capitalized, capital M, mission, capital G, grammar. Just press go. You find your name. I made a kid account for myself, so I'm going to click on Michael M. And then all of our passwords are MG2020 with capital MG. All right, so when you enter here, you have a flight check, reading room, and level up. Flight check won't always be there. This is only when I send your scholar a book to record themselves. So I'm going to click on that. I assign myself this book.
It will take up to 15 minutes to complete all 3 steps of this assignment. If you do not have time to complete the assignment, stop now and come back to the computer later.
So I've noticed that a lot of scholars are starting their running records, but not finishing them. So make sure your scholar has enough time to record and then answer questions. So the way this works is I'll press yes. And so it starts recording right away. So the title of this is Kid Rappers. Kids have been rappers ever since hip-hop music became popular. Some became stars. Will Smith and LL Cool J had hits in their teens. Other kids had success even before their teens. The rappers Lil Romeo and Lil Bow Wow both gained fame before age 13. Both of them kept rapping. Each of them dropped Lil from his name when he got too big. P-Star was only 9 when she rapped at clubs in New York. A movie about her showed on TV. P-Star also became an actor. Some kids get their start on talent shows. CJ Dippa is just one of the kid rappers who have done well on TV. Hip-hop is here to stay. As long as there's hip-hop, there will be kid rappers too. And I'm going to press pause. Okay, that doesn't do anything, but I'm going to press done.
Retell in your own words what you just read. Tell as much as you can remember. Click record to begin.
All right, so this is the first part of the assessment. It's really important that I'm getting this part as well because it tells me if the scholar is really understanding what they read. So I'm going to click record. So during this story, I learned about famous rappers and hip-hop stars. I learned about some that started at very young ages and some that started and continued to be rappers like Will Smith and LL Cool J. I learned about Lil Bow Wow and Lil Romeo, and as they got older and more famous, they took the Lil off their name. And I learned that really anyone can be a rapper and that hip-hop is going to stay forever. All right, so I finished that recording. I'm going to press done. And then there's just like 5 questions that the scholar will have to answer. What was the author's purpose for writing this passage? Okay, so please read through all these options before you pick to entertain you with funny stories about rappers. I didn't really giggle, so that's not right. To persuade you to practice a skill such as rapping. Maybe, but I don't feel like it was persuasive. To inform you about popular kid rappers, that could definitely be it. And to teach you how to write a rap song as a kid. So it didn't teach me how to write a rap song, so I'm gonna go with C, and I'll click next. Which rappers became stars in their teens? That was Lil Bow Wow and Lil Romeo. I'm just gonna double check. CJ Dippa and P-Star were kids. LL Cool J and CJ Dippa were different paragraphs, and then Will Smith and LL Cool J were older. So I'm gonna go with B. What does the word talent mean? Natural kindness, natural grace, natural humor, or natural skill? So kindness, no. Grace, no. Humor, no. I'm gonna go with D, natural skill. Why did Lil Romeo and Lil Bow Wow change their names? They stopped rapping and wanted to use their real names. No, it said they continued. They grew older and thought Lil in their name made them sound childish. Maybe. They found out about each other and didn't want people to confuse them. Did not mention that. They grew older and wanted new kid rappers to use the names. It did not mention that. So I'm going to go with B. All right. What is the best summary of the passage? Some rappers gained fame on TV talent shows. Some rappers had success in their teens or earlier. Kid rappers are always better than older rappers. Kid rappers are often become actors. I'm going to go with B. And then...
You have completed your 3-step assignment. You earned 300 stars.
All right, great. So now I'm going to press home. So you'll see that that's gone because that was the only running record I had sent to myself. But if you have multiple running records, that will stay there. Over here, I'm going to go to the reading room. The reading room, you can just explore topics at your level, or you can get more topics like adventure, animals and insects, communities and jobs, cultures around the world, food, friendships, government. There's so many different books. You can go to leveled books, and this is a cool area. The biggest box will be the level that I started you all at, and your goal is to move up this and get like higher levels.